Now, one thing that can be said for certain, rather by experience or by the data, a relationship between a father and a son is very important. Now, this relationship with Kevi with his dad may surprise you, not just because his dad is in prison at the time of this recording, but more specifically, how that situation with his dad has changed and molded the way that he wants for his son and his future.
Tell him you going to concert with Daddy. What be happening?
I'm going to concert with Daddy.
Yep. What happens when you go to concert?
Mac take my monster truck.
Okay. Yep. Yep. So he takes his monster truck. He takes his monster truck with him when I do the concerts. And yeah, you have fun. Daddy sings songs.
Yeah.
Yep. So he chills with me. He's in the back of the stage with the iPad and headphones, and yeah, we do our thing, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So growing up, did you have that with your father? Were you able to kind of roll around with him, or is this something that kind of like you talked about with schools? You kind of wish things happened. Is this something to kind of the same degree there?
Yeah, like I rode around with my dad everywhere, like everywhere.
Daddy,
Like my
there's two of my there's
okay,
all of
okay,
this.
yeah, I rode around with my dad everywhere, like whether it was him to go to work. So my dad, like from the age, yeah, 8 to I can remember, my dad was like heavy into the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So even if my dad had to go do something, what I mean, I'm in the room with him.
Yeah.
Um, but he'd orchestrate the room where it's like my son is in here. It's a certain language we gotta use. It's a certain, yeah, we doing what we doing here, but it's a certain way we gonna do it, and he's not to really see that. So I take pride in like what my son sees and what he hears. Because my dad is a good dude. My dad is doing 30 years in prison now. Um,
Wow.
he was what you call a kingpin, so big drug dealer.
Wow.
So I take pride in being present because my father was always present with me, but his occupation kind of took him away. So I'm on like a whole different journey of like showing my son that like you can make it, be a black man, make it, and still do things to edify the community. So, yep. So shut the door, baby boy.
Okay. How aware were you of the things that your dad was doing? Was not um, good
Yeah,
or helpful for you.
you ca- you catch on at a young age because you start seeing the trend of people come around. The people who really ain't got no teeth in their mouth. Um, the people who got sores and stuff on their hands.
Yeah.
Like you start seeing the what I mean, trend of those people coming around, and you like in movies, bro. We know what a dope fiend look like.
Right.
Like in movies, we know. So it's like seeing that and catching on, like 8, 9, 10. It's like, man,
Mm.
that lady took us home, but she probably took us home on a transaction. So
Yeah.
it's one of them. After a while, you know what's going on, and then your mom always like, mom hit you with, I don't want my kids around such and such.
Right.
You catch early.
So let's talk about, as you got older and you understood a little bit more of the context, what's going on. Did you ever feel any kind of, I don't know, bitterness or kind of like, man, like why'd this have to happen? Especially when your dad went away. Like when did he get? I obviously, be comfortable. However, you don't have to answer these questions.
Yeah.
But when did he go into prison?
So he went in. It's going on 5 years now. So it's only
Okay.
5. You think, man. You think about this. My dad's 44
Yeah.
now.
Wow.
You do the math. 30
Right.
years. Hey, that's like a life sentence.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy,
think
man.
human expectancy is like life expectancy is like what 76?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. But when in prison, you can get out on either good behavior or if laws change, and laws did change.
Mm-hmm.
where he was. So we praying, man. Hopefully, you know, like shoot, 30 turned to 13 or
Right.
but either way, when my father is out, King is gonna be like 10 or 11, like he's gonna be older.
That's
He's
crazy, bro.
he's 3.
That's crazy. So okay, so again, kind of where I was going with the question then. So as you got older and you understood what was going on, and then now going into prison and all that, do you have any kind of like bitterness or like any kind of frustration of like, man, like why did you have to do that? Or I don't know, man. Like, is there anything that you wrestle with that because of that?
I did, but it's like I go back to like my dad was a really good man and he still is,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the occupation
Okay.
that kind of flawed his life. Like
Got you.
it's the occupation. Like you can be a good person,
Dad, that's what.
but it's like being a good person ain't gonna get you into heaven. Like
Woo!
you got
Woo!
you know best that the Lord is, what I mean, your savior. You gotta walk it. Like so it's like my dad, good man, but you know, the lifestyle that you're living isn't, equating to good. So in
Yeah,
the
man.
Lord's plan too.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So yeah,
man.
I always try to put like real life with like biblical references and all that stuff because like I still got family like deep off in the trenches. I like, but I'm still connected to the church culture. So it's like I love to bring reality into like the spiritual sense too. So
Yeah, no, that's cool.